Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia, that's me. And whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is an alignment-based yoga flow. So in this practice, we'll be focusing particularly on the alignment of our bodies in these postures. So hopefully this helps you to deepen your understanding of some of your favorite yoga poses and maybe get to know these poses in your body in a deeper way. So whenever you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's start out today lying down on our backs. So when you're ready, bring yourself all the way down onto your mat. Finding a comfortable position here with your feet planted, your spine nice and long. Relaxing your arms wherever they feel most natural. And either closing your eyes completely or finding a soft gaze towards the ceiling above you. Giving yourself a few moments to truly arrive on your mat here today. So you've done the first step of your yoga practice. You got here to your yoga mat. Now let's really let ourselves get into this practice. Becoming present with your body, with your breath, with whatever is currently in your mind and your heart. Letting yourself be as you are in this moment. And taking stock, noticing how you feel in these first moments of your yoga practice. So that we can see if anything has shifted by the end of our time together today. And I invite you to draw your awareness specifically to your breath now. Beginning to follow the flow of your inhales and exhales as you find this natural rhythm, this natural pace of your breath. With the eyes closed or the gaze soft, perhaps you can feel it's a little bit easier to draw your attention inward to the breath. No longer absorbing all this kind of external stuff around you, but really giving yourself this permission to be with what's going on inside. As you continue to find your breath here, maybe you can notice this rise and fall of your breathing, this expansion and release that naturally happens with each inhale and exhale. So really feeling the sensations of the breath here, how your breath affects your body, how it moves through you. Because even in these practices where we're really focused on the poses and the physicality of our yoga, the practice of yoga is really an internal experience and starts from the inside out. So it's really valuable for us to take this time with the breath as we get started. Breathing in, feeling that expansion, that lift of the chest, the rib cage, the belly, the back. As you exhale, feeling this gentle release through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Breathing in through the heart, the upper back, the rib cage, the belly. Breathing out from your belly, your ribs, your chest. And just for a few more moments, let's rest here and breathe. Inhaling down through the nose, through the throat, the chest, into the belly. Exhaling up from the belly, through the chest, the throat, out through the nose. And this next time, let's take an inhale through the nose. Open your mouth with your exhale, really sigh it out. When you're ready, begin to stretch your legs long down your mat. Reach your arms back behind you. Take a big breath in this full body stretch, reaching from fingers to toes. As you breathe out, once again, bend your knees, this time rolling onto your side. And use your hands to help press yourself up, coming all the way to a seated position on your mat. Beautiful. Let's take this into our tabletop position, finding hands and knees, planting down through the palms, stacking hips over knees here. Now, as you find your tabletop position, really think about lengthening through your spine. I'm too excited about this tabletop. Reaching the crown of your head forward, sending your tailbone back, and lifting your belly button up towards your spine. So we have all the support coming through our center. The breath will continue to move in and out, up and down, just like we were just practicing. Now let's add a little bit more excitement here. So with your next inhale, begin to stretch your right leg back behind you, letting your toes hover over the mat. If you so choose, add your left arm, reaching it towards the top edge of your mat. Let's take another inhale right here. As you exhale, gently lower hand and knee back down. Now inhale, sweep that left leg back behind you. Doesn't matter how high you lift, just find that hover of the leg. Maybe adding on that right arm as you reach forward, find that length. Take an inhale and exhale to lower down. Flowing a little bit faster with your breath. Inhale, right leg back, maybe left arm sweeps forward. Exhale, bring everything back down. Inhale, left leg, right arm. And exhale to lower. Inhale, right leg, you got this. Stay long and strong through the body. Following your breath as you inhale, left leg back. And exhale to lower. Now this time, inhale, right leg back, left arm forward. As you exhale, drop that right knee, but keep the left arm lifted. Inhale, sweep that left arm open, turn your chest to the left. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right, coming all the way down to rest on your left shoulder, left ear. Now, if your shoulder does not find the floor, you can always slide a pillow, a blanket under your shoulder for a little added support. Right hand might stay by your nose, or maybe it explores the top of your mat, finding a little length under the right armpit. Breathing into this thread the needle stretch here as we stretch into the shoulder, the upper back, the left side of the neck. Hips are staying stacked over the knees, belly button still lifting towards your spine. Let's stay for another breath in and breath out. One more here, breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful, planting that right palm once again. Let's inhale to rise up. Take your time as you sweep that left arm open. With your exhale, land that left hand on your left hip. Now let's tuck the left toes, slide your left heel back behind you, and then drop that inner left heel as you turn yourself open into this side plank variation. Pushing away from the mat with your right hand as you lift your hips, lengthen that left side waist. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, find your squaring off of the shoulders, squaring off of the hips as you drop that left hand down. Keep the left leg back as you inhale, sweep it up, reaching the right arm forward. Exhale to lower. Let's find that flow again as we inhale, right leg back. Exhale to center. Inhale, left leg stretches back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, lower. One more time each side. Keep that strength at the core. Finding that nice strong center. And the next time that you inhale and lift that left leg, right arm, pause here. With your exhale, lower your left knee, but keep the right arm lifted. Inhale, circle that right arm open, lift the chest. And exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left, coming down to rest on your right shoulder and right ear. Again, option to slide a prop underneath that right shoulder if that feels more supportive to you today. And maybe that left hand wants to walk towards the top edge of your mat. Really bringing some weight over towards that right shoulder to feel that stretch through the side of your neck, your shoulder, your upper back. As we take another full breath in, complete breath out. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Bringing that left palm back to plant on your mat. Take an inhale, come up out of that thread the needle, sweeping your right arm open. Exhale, right hand to right hip. Let's slide the right foot back, bringing weight to that left hand, left knee. As you drop your inner right heel down, turning your chest open to find your side plank. Keep hugging in at the navel, say hello to that core. As you take another inhale here. With your exhale, slowly come back through center, dropping the right hand down, squaring off your hips. Let's step that left leg back to meet the right, coming into your plank pose. Strong through the arms, just like that tabletop position. Now finding that kicking back through the heels. Take another inhale here in your plank. Exhale, press your hips up and back. Let's find downward facing dog. Pausing for a moment here. Let's root down through the balls of the feet. Let the heels be nice and light. Knees are slightly bent as you actively push your hips back and up towards the sky. Now let's make things a little bit more fun and flowy here as we inhale and shift forward to our plank position. And exhale, send your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Notice if you had to move your hands or your feet to switch between those two positions. And wherever you are now, see if you can keep those 4 points planted. So as you inhale, rock back into your plank, shoulders are stacked over the wrists, legs are long. Keep those hands and feet where they are. As you exhale, send it back to downward facing dog. Finding that flow, inhale forward to plank, push through the palms. Exhale back to downward facing dog, lifting through those armpits. 2 more, inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale sends your hips back. This time as you inhale, come forward into your plank. As you exhale, gently lower your knees to the mat, kneeling plank position. Keep hugging up through your navel, sending your heart forward as you inhale here. Now with your exhale, bend your elbows, pointing them straight back behind you, lowering all the way down onto your belly. Keep your elbows hugging in by your sides as you inhale and lift your chest just to hover over your mat. Baby cobra here as we hug the shoulders back, push the hips down. Take another inhale. With your exhale, gently lower your forehead to the mat. Inhale, pressing up through hands and knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, send your hips back to downward facing dog. Taking one more moment here to breathe in, lifting the hips high. As you breathe out, really bend your knees and look up towards your thumbs. Inhale, take a walk to the top of your mat, feet coming up to meet your hands, so that as you exhale, you can release into a nice standing forward fold. Feet just about underneath your hips as you root down through all 4 corners of the feet there, lifting your sits bones up towards the sky, feeling that stretch through the backs of your legs. Let's hang here for another full breath in and let it out. Hands slide up to your hips as you inhale and rise all the way up to standing. Take your time with it. Feet anchored down as you lift your spine up. As you arrive, release your arms by your sides, standing tall in your mountain pose. Beautiful. Let's warm things up a little bit more with our sun salutation A. So standing strong at the top of your mat. Take your inhale to rise your arms. As you exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Take it slow. Inhale, lengthen your spine into a halfway lift. Hands finding your thighs or shins for support. Exhale to bend your knees and fold forward once again. Bending your knees enough to plant your palms, step it back into your plank position. Finding that shoulder over wrist alignment once again, heels reaching back, belly button lifting up. Maybe the knees want to lower down once again, or maybe they stay lifted. Taking another inhale right here. As you exhale, elbows hug close as you lower all the way to your belly. Roll your shoulders back as you inhale and lift your chest, finding that baby cobra just a hover, or maybe lifting a little bit higher into your cobra. No matter where you are, take your exhale to lower down with control. Forehead meets the mat. Inhale, pressing up through hands and knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, pressing weight back into the hips for downward facing dog. Let's take a breath in here, lifting up through the armpits. Exhale, hugging your upper arms in towards your ears. Again, breathing in, push through those hands, lift through the arms. And exhale, bring some weight back into your feet. Now this time as you inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Take your exhale to walk up and find your forward fold. Inhale, lengthening your spine into that halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Hands to hips as you inhale and rise to stand. Take it slow, there's no rush. Eventually landing in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's do that again, taking your inhale to rise your arms. Follow the flow of your breath as you exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reaching the crown of your head forward. And exhale, fold, relaxing the crown of your head towards the earth. Planting your palms, let's step it back into our plank. Again, you have the option to drop the knees down or keep them lifted. Really the same pose either way. Let's take another inhale here, getting ready to lower down. As you exhale, come all the way to your belly. Take it slow. Tops of your feet press down as you inhale, lift your chest, baby cobra. Maybe rising a little higher towards your cobra, or pressing all the way through the arms, lifting the knees to hover as you find your upward facing dog. Wherever you are, we have an inhale here. As you exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog, pushing the hips back, planting the hands and feet. Let's stay here for a breath in and breath out. Beautiful, another breath in here and let it out. With your next inhale, sweep your right leg up and back behind you for three-legged dog. Keeping the hips square, lengthening back through those right toes. Take another inhale. As you exhale, shift forward towards plank, but bring your right knee over towards your right elbow. Nice, inhale, sweep it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, shifting forward, this time knee to left elbow, crossing your body. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, knee straight forward towards your nose, and this time we're going to step that right foot to the top of the mat. Hands can help you step that foot up. We're going to keep a strong bend in the front knee as we ground the back foot. Left toe is turned out to a slight diagonal as you anchor through the pinky toe edge of that left foot. Rooting through the feet, feel that strength through the lower body. And then from those strong foundations, take an inhale to slowly rise up into your warrior one. So hips and shoulders stay square, pointing towards that front edge of your mat. As your feet press down, they're also hugging towards one another. So even though they don't actually move, it's giving you that action of pulling in to help you lift up, feeling that really strong muscular engagement. So let's feel into that here as we take another inhale and exhale. Inhaling to lengthen up, reaching tall in your warrior one. With your exhale this time, bend your elbows back, lift your chest. Find this baby back bend with your cactus arms. Lower body stays the same, tailbone lengthening down, feet pulling together, giving you that freedom in the upper body to really move and play. Now from here, we're going to keep our baby back bend. The hands are going to travel down to the hips. Elbows hugging back, shoulder blades pulling together. Stay here or reach your arms back and interlace your fingers, right thumb on top. Drawing the heels of your hands together as you pull your knuckles down and lift your heart up. Wherever you are, please take another inhale here. With your exhale, hinge from your hips, begin to fold forward towards that right knee. Coming towards your humble warrior, option 1 is to hover over that right thigh. Option 2, come down a little bit lower, drawing your right shoulder towards your inner right knee. Now let's keep those legs nice and strong, pushing through the feet, pulling them together, giving you that sensation of hugging your hips towards one another. You got this. Breathe into it. Let's take another inhale. With your exhale, gently release your arms. Let them drop down towards the mat. That right hand is going to work its way towards the top right corner of your mat. Left hand finds your left hip. As you inhale, rock your weight forward to your right foot. Come to the tippy toes of that left foot. Now start to open your left hip. As you do, float your left leg into the sky, coming all the way into your half moon balance pose. So all the weight is on that right foot, kicking down into the ground. Left foot is kicking back behind you. Hips are open, heart is open, almost like that side plank position. But now, with a little bit more balance. Let's take another inhale right here. As you exhale, bend into that right knee. Now inhale, reach that left foot back behind you. Exhale to lightly land that foot down. Left toes are still facing that long edge of your mat as you sweep your arms up and out to a T, finding your warrior 2. Beautiful. Let's take a peek down at the feet for a moment, always starting with our foundations. Left toes point to the side, right toes point forward. That right heel is either in line with the middle of your left foot or your heels are in line with one another. Now we feel the feet pushing down. We feel the feet hugging together, just like in our warrior 1, giving us that really strong engagement through the legs. From there, we're free to play, opening the arms, finding a lightness through the upper body. Now let's take an inhale right here, warrior 2. As you exhale, sweep that right arm back, left hand finds your left leg as you find reverse warrior. Nothing has changed in the lower body. Everything's staying strong and rooted. So let's take another inhale right here. As you exhale now, bring it forward, right arm to right thigh, left arm overhead, finding your side angle. Chest is open towards that side edge of your mat, really lengthening through that left side waist. Breathe into your side angle. As you breathe out, take it back into your reverse warrior. Let's make this a little bit more of a flow. So inhaling to hold. As you exhale, transition, coming forward to your side angle. Legs are strong as you inhale here. And exhale, move towards your reverse warrior. Just one more inhale. Exhale, take it to your side angle. Inhale here. Exhale back to your reverse warrior. Nice job. Take an inhale right here. This time as you exhale, hands pinwheel all the way down to your mat. Square off your hips and let's step back into our downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Complete breath out. Nice. Let's try out the other side. So as you inhale, sweep that left leg back behind you to three-legged dog. Exhale, shift your weight forward, left knee to left elbow. Nice. Inhale, take it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing left knee to right elbow, crossing your body. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, knee to nose, this time stepping that left foot up to the top of your mat. Let's set ourselves up for our warrior one. So back heel drops down, turning those right toes to a diagonal. Hips stay pointing forward as you push down through your feet. When you feel those strong foundations, take an inhale to slowly rise up. Warrior one. So feeling once again that strength down through the legs. And we're going to support that strength of the legs with a little bit more support from the core. So really drawing your belly button back towards your spine. Using that to help give you like a really strong center of balance, but also to help you lift your spine, find that extension up through the crown of your head. Let's take another inhale right here. Stay for your exhale, settling into that lower body. Another inhale to reach tall. As you exhale, bend your elbows back, lift your heart, and find that baby back bend here. Now we're still rooting through the feet, hugging in at the belly button. Let's transition the arms to the hips now, hugging the elbows back as you plant your palms on your hips. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you want to reach the arms back, interlacing the fingers this time with left thumb on top as you draw your knuckles behind you. Let's take one more inhale in our warrior one. Exhale to your humble warrior, folding forward, coming either to hover over the left thigh or wriggling that left shoulder down to the inside edge of your left knee. As best you can, relax your head and neck down towards the earth. Trusting the strength of your lower body has got you. You are supported here. Breathe with it. You got this. Take another inhale. As you exhale, gently, gently release your arms down towards the mat. Left hand is going to work its way towards that top left corner of your mat. As you shift your weight into that left leg, get light on the right foot. Right hand to right hip. As you inhale, start to lift into your half moon balance, opening the hips, stacking right over left. Now we're making this kind of L shape with the legs here, and both legs are really strong, kicking through the heels. Now, as you probably guessed, that navel is still hugging in towards the spine, giving us that core support to help us balance. Now let's take another inhale right here. Stick with it. As you exhale, bend into that left knee. Reach your right foot back. Inhale. As you exhale, lightly land that right foot, setting up for a warrior two. Using your inhale to circle the arms up and find yourself in that warrior stance. So you know the alignment of your feet, that heel to heel or heel to arch. Feeling that opening of your hips and opening of your heart as you land in warrior two. Breathing through the entire body here. So even though we're really activating our muscles, we're putting a lot of effort into these poses, don't forget to let yourself breathe as fully as you can. So let's take another inhale right here. As you exhale, sweep your left arm back, right hand drops to your right leg, reverse warrior. Inhale, reaching back through those left fingertips. Exhale, use that strength of your core to transition, coming forward to side angle, left arm to left thigh, right arm overhead. Feel that length as you push down through the right foot, reach through the right arm. Inhale. Exhale, take it back to reverse warrior. Let's flow with it. Inhale to hold. Exhale to transition. Breathing as you move here. Inhale into your side angle. Exhale back to your reverse warrior. One more like that. Inhale here. Exhale, side angle. Legs are strong. One more. Inhale. Exhale back to reverse warrior. This time taking an inhale here. And with your exhale, hands come all the way down to the mat, squaring off your hips, stepping back into your downward facing dog as you're ready. Now, option to stay right here or take your next inhale to shift forward to your plank. With your exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhaling to find your back bend, baby cobra, cobra, upward facing dog. And exhaling back to your downward facing dog. So you're gonna have the option to take those little vinyasas throughout these flows here today. They are always optional, but I find they can be a nice little kind of reset after we do a sequence to get the body ready to go for round 2. So let's do it. Finding your downward facing dog, let's take a breath in. Let it out. Inhale, sweep your right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow as you shift forward. Inhale, sweep it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee across to your left elbow. Now this time, you have the option to lengthen that right leg under the left arm, drop to the inner edge of the left foot, and then sweep that left arm open, pushing your hips to the sky in our fallen triangle. Really strong arms here as you push up away from the mat. Take another inhale. Exhale, slowly come out the same way you came in. Inhaling back to your three-legged dog. You got this. Exhale, knee to nose, coming straight through center as you step that right foot to the top of your mat. Warrior 1, rooting down through that back foot. Nice strong legs squaring through the hips. Take your next inhale to slowly rise up. And as you exhale, bend the elbows back. Find that sweet back bend. Hands to your hips or interlacing your fingers. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart up. We have another inhale here in our Warrior 1. As you exhale, fold it forward into your humble warrior. You got this, hugging your hips together, drawing your belly button back towards your spine. So strong through that center. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, gently release the hands down. Walking that right hand towards the top right corner of your mat. Let's get ready for that half moon. Weight shifts into your right foot, left hand to your left hip. Take your inhale to float that left leg up, pulling the left hip back until it stacks over your right. Always the option for a block, a prop under that right hand to help you find your balance, to get a little bit of extra support. Now let's take another inhale here in our half moon. As you exhale, bend that right knee, reach that left foot back, land into your warrior two legs. Using your inhale, sweep up into warrior two. Hold here for your exhale. Nice. Lengthening out through your fingertips, take an inhale. With your exhale, sweep it back to reverse warrior. Inhale here, reverse warrior. Exhale, transition, bring it forward to your side angle. Inhale here, you know what to do. Exhale, take it back to reverse warrior. One more, inhale here. Exhale, bring it forward to your side angle. This time, let's pause. Now, left arm is gonna get a little bit funky here if you so choose. Let's turn that left palm to face behind and then draw that left arm behind your back, bending your elbow until the back of your hand finds your right hip. So I'll show you kind of the view from the back here, creating this half bind where your hand is at your low back and that left shoulder can really open up. So you can stay right here, finding this half bind, just giving us a little bit more opening of the chest. Or maybe you want to explore your full bind. So bringing that right arm down to the inside of your right thigh, threading your arm underneath your leg, seeing if you can bring your hands together behind your back. And then pulling your shoulders back, lifting your heart to create that bind. So notice if you're trying to bring your hands together and you start collapsing your chest, it's really not worth it, right? Our bind is supposed to open us up. So bring yourself back to that half bind, back to that side angle, whatever feels better for you. Let's take another inhale in this side angle. As you exhale, gently unwind your arms if you took that bind. Beautiful. Inhale, side angle. Exhale back to reverse warrior. This time let's lengthen that front leg. Oh, sweet release. As you reach back, feel that stretch. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, rebend that front knee. Hands come all the way to the mat. Square off your hips, finding yourself in a lunge. Gently release your left knee down to the mat. And let's find that low lunge position here. Hips and shoulders are square to the top of your mat. Right hip hugging back slightly as your left hip pushes forward. Now let's bring right hand to the top of the right thigh. Use that to gently push yourself up, lift your chest. Take an inhale, sweep your left arm open. As you exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right, reaching until your left elbow meets your right thigh. From there, you can bring your palms together, turn your chest towards your thumb as you hug your right shoulder back. Feeling this sweet twist through your spine, let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind, hands come to the mat, and let's step it back to downward facing dog. Now, if you want to take a vinyasa, that sequence of your down dog to your plank to your back bend, please feel free to do so, completely optional. We're all going to meet each other back in downward facing dog. And let's find a breath in here and let it out. As you inhale, sweep your left leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to same elbow. Nice strong core here. Inhale, sweep it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee crosses to your right elbow. This time, option to lengthen that left leg. Drop the inner heel of the right foot and sweep your right arm to the sky for fallen triangle. Really push up away from the earth as you take another inhale here. Exhale, slowly right hand down, left knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, stepping that left foot to the top of your mat. Right heel dropping down. We're setting up for a warrior one more time. Push down through your feet, hug together through your hips, and with an inhale, slowly rise up. As you exhale, cactus your arms and find your back bend. Hands to your hips or interlace your fingers. Take another inhale here, opening your heart. As you exhale, begin to fold forward any amount into your humble warrior. Keep lifting your belly button away from the mat, pushing, anchoring through your feet. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, gently, gently release the arms down. Left hand to the top left corner of your mat as you shift weight to that left leg. Let's do it. Inhale, opening into your half moon balance. Kicking through the feet, finding length through the spine. You got this. Breathe. Find your balance. Find some steadiness. Taking another inhale here. As you exhale, bend that left knee, kick the right foot back, and lightly land your warrior two legs. With an inhale, circle up, find that nice T through your arms. And with your exhale, let yourself settle. Rooting your hips down, lifting your heart up, take another inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior, sweeping that left arm back behind you. Inhale here, feel that stretch for the side waist. Exhale, bring it forward to your side angle. Nice inhale here. Exhale, take it back to your reverse warrior. Once more, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, bring it all the way forward to your side angle, and this time we're gonna stay for a while. So let's find that half bind here to begin. Turning your right palm back, bring your right arm behind you and find your hand on your lower back here. Stay right here if you'd like, drawing the front of your shoulder back. Feel that stretch across the collarbones. Now maybe you want to find that full bind. So let's try it out, bringing that left arm down to the inside of the left leg. Bringing your arm underneath your thigh, seeing if you can hug your fingers together behind you. And then roll your chest open, pull your shoulders back, pressing leg into arm, arm into leg. So I'll show you that bind really quickly from the back. Now, if the fingers don't want to interlace here, you can always grab a yoga strap, a towel, something like that to hold between your hands, giving you that same kind of tension of holding the hands together. So wherever you are, full bind, half bind, side angle, take another inhale here. Exhale, gently, gently release the arms if you have them. Take another inhale here. Exhale, let's take it back to reverse warrior. Lengthening that front leg. Take a full breath in. As you breathe out, hands come all the way to the mat. Square off your hips. Find that lunge position on your mat. Gently drop your back knee down. You're in your low lunge. Take a moment to really push down through your feet. And then lift up through your heart, bringing left hand to left thigh. With an inhale, sweep your right arm open. As you exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left, turning your chest towards your left knee. Now, eventually, maybe that left elbow wants to meet, or that right elbow meets your left knee. And then hands can come together, creating a prayer in your twist. Hold your twist here. I'm just going to turn once again so I can show you what this is looking like. So threading that right arm, finding elbow to thigh connection, and then palms come together. Beautiful. Keep lifting your chest. Feel that sweet twist through your spine. And let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind. Hands come down. And let's step it back to downward facing dog. Taking a vinyasa if you want it. I'm going to hang out in down dog for now. And we're all gonna meet back here once you're ready. Gathering together in downward facing dog. Let's take one more big breath in here. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Awesome. When you're ready, gently, gently lower your knees down to the mat. Let's spread the knees out nice and wide. Bring your big toes together behind you. Slowly sitting your hips back towards your heels. Does not matter if they touch. And then dropping your forehead down towards the mat. Maybe your forehead meets the mat. Maybe you make a little pillow with your hands to rest your forehead. And let's stay for about 3 rounds of breath here. Letting the weight of your body melt into the support of your yoga mat. Notice how you feel here as you take another inhale and exhale. With your next inhale, slowly rise up out of your child's pose, coming to seated on your mat. Stretching your legs out long in front of you. Might feel nice to give them a little shake, a little wiggle. And then let's keep that left leg extended long. Please bend your right knee and open your right hip, bringing the sole of your foot to your inner thigh or to your inner calf. From there, sitting up really nice and tall in those sits bones. So feeling those kind of bony points in your booty pushing into the mat as you lift your spine tall. Arms will rise as you take an inhale here. With your exhale, begin to reach your heart forward, sending your booty back as you fold any amount over that left leg. Now your left knee can bend a little or a lot. So we're looking for a nice stretch through the back of the leg. It does not matter if the leg is perfectly straight. As you reach your heart forward, thinking about taking your nose all the way to your toes. So that's going to give you not only length for the leg, but also for your low back. Now let's settle in, take about 3 more rounds of breath here. Letting ourselves really slow things down, come back to a steady rhythm of breath after all that flow, all that movement. And this time to cool down the body is really important to help you really kind of soak in everything you just did. That was a lot of engagement for the muscles, a lot of wacky shapes and movements for your body. So really let yourself have this time to integrate. So, so important. With your next natural inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands back towards you. Lift your spine up tall. We're going to bring that right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Hands come back behind you as you bend your left knee and plant the sole of your foot on the floor. So with your hands behind your hips, see if you can roll your shoulders back. Find a little lift of your heart, just like those back bends we were doing in Warrior One. And then lengthening your right thigh away from you. Can you feel that stretch through the outer right hip? If you can't really feel that stretch, you need a little bit more sensation. You can step your left foot closer, bring your legs closer to your chest. If that's a lot of sensation, you need a little bit less. You can take your left foot away from you, move your legs away from your chest. You choose where you want to go with this as we take 2 more rounds of breath here. Sending a little bit of extra love and care down into that right hip. You've got 1 more breath in. And let it out. Beautiful. Uncrossing that right leg. Let's bring both feet to the floor, stepping them a little bit wider than your hips. And let's take a little windshield wiper action here, dropping both knees to one side, back through center, and then over to the other side. Doing that just a couple of times, moving the knees side to side. See how that feels for your hips. And then we'll all come back to center. This time stretching that right leg long, keeping the left knee bent. Opening the left knee wide so we can bring the sole of the foot to the inner right thigh or inner right calf. So really letting that left leg get heavy, letting gravity take hold here as we root through the hips and inhale the arms up. With your exhale, send your heart forward, lengthening out over that right leg into your fold. Remember that right knee can be bent a little or a lot. Sending those hips back behind you to give you that length, to give you that stretch. Your hands can land wherever they feel most natural, perhaps framing your leg, maybe holding on to your ankle or your foot. And notice wherever you may land in this stretch, there's no strain, there's no pain in your body. You're not forcing yourself into a shape where you don't want to go today. Instead, we're looking for this kind of dull, warm sensation of stretching. Might be slightly uncomfortable, but it's not painful. And all together here, let's take one more big breath in and let it out. With an inhale, slowly bring yourself back up to a nice tall seat. This time crossing that left ankle on top of your right thigh. Hands come back behind you as you bend your right knee and plant your foot. Opening that left knee away from you, feeling that sensation in your left hip. Noticing right off the bat that this side might feel different than the other side. That's totally normal. Our bodies have all kinds of little asymmetries that might make the sensation a bit different on each side. So once again, you have the same kind of controls over the sensation of this stretch. So if you need more of a stretch, legs come closer. If you need less of a stretch, legs move farther away. Wherever you are, can you keep your chest nice and proud, nice and tall? And really send some breath down into your lower body, down into that left hip. We've got 2 more rounds of breath here together. Of course, if this is feeling sweet, you want to stay longer, please feel free to do so. All together, one more inhale here. And exhale. Nice. Gently unwinding your legs, take your feet nice and wide one more time, and let's windshield wiper the knees side to side. This time you might let your upper body twist a little bit more with the movement of your knees. Just feeling a really nice release to the entire body. Beautiful. Eventually slowing down this movement. Little by little, bringing yourself back to center, back into stillness. Settling the soles of your feet onto the mat and rolling yourself down to lay on your back. Now, as you come down onto your back, I invite you to find whatever position feels most comfortable for your body. So perhaps that's planting your feet. Maybe that's hugging your knees towards your chest. Maybe that's stretching your legs out long. Really experiment, explore, see what feels most nourishing to you in this moment. And as you land in that shape, I invite you to relax your body into the support of your mat as best you can. Letting your fingers and toes soften, relax. Softening around your knees, your hips, your ankles. Relaxing around your low belly and your low back. Releasing those muscles around your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders. And relaxing your arms all the way down into your wrists, your palms. Softening around your neck, your throat. Relaxing your jaw, your forehead, that space around your eyes and ears. inviting this gentle wave of relaxation to move through you from head to toe. And allowing yourself once again to dive into this more internal experience of your yoga practice. So our yoga is always about what's going on inside. Even as we're moving through all these wacky poses, even as we're getting really physical with the practice, it's not about what the pose looks like. It's about how the pose feels landing in your body, how you react emotionally to the pose. It's really this deeper experience of getting to know yourself through these movements that we do on our yoga mat. And so it's really crucial for us to have this time at the end of practice to do nothing but lay on the mat and integrate everything you just did. Relaxing your body, steadying your breath, and letting yourself simply notice how you feel. Notice if anything has shifted since the moment that you stepped onto your mat today. And enjoy this time to rest, to be. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you are able to today, giving yourself the opportunity to really soak everything in. But this is where I will leave you for today to enjoy your rest in peace and quiet. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat today. Namaste. Be well.